The big news today is that Huawei is planning on making electric cars now. I mean, why not? So they now join Apple in the weird race of smartphone manufacturers making cars. That's a very interesting move, especially right now, and it almost doesn't make any sense for one main reason. So Apple has been making headlines for about 7 years now, when they first started talking about maybe, perhaps, kind of making a car. At the time, they were talking about making an autonomous car, as in that was the main focus, kind of like Google. So imagine a weird pod-shaped car with radars on top and no steering wheel. So it was more like a shuttle, and they called it Project Titan. Things gathered momentum last year when Reuters claimed that they were aiming at a 2024 release. And then, things went crazy in January.
Hyundai, Kia.
Well, Hyundai, Kia,
Hyundai with Apple.
Hyundai, Kia.
Hyundai and Kia.
When Korea Economic Daily reported that they were in talks with Hyundai, whatever, to produce the car. Their share price went up like 30%, and then things cooled off when Apple probably yelled at them saying, hey, tell the press it's not true. But it's probably true. There were then more rumors about Apple using their Kia manufacturing plants, but they also had to say, nah, that's not true. But then more and more sources are saying that it is, so... The latest one is that Apple will have Foxconn, their main product manufacturer, partner with the Chinese EV company to make their car. Listen, basically it's happening one way or another. Now enters Huawei, who has had a reputation of copying in the past. Huawei has been hard by US sanctions, mostly because they need US components to make their smartphones and other telecommunication equipment. So it looks like their smartphone honeymoon is coming to an end. They've already dropped from #1 manufacturer in the world to like 4th. And it looks like Biden is not going to relax sanctions anytime soon. So they're short on chips, but they're not the only one. There's currently a global chip shortage, mostly because of the pandemic, because they had to close factories for months, and that created a big squeeze on the whole supply chain, and there we are. This is a big problem. So much that Biden has signed an executive order to try and tackle the issue. So the irony here is that there's one industry that's hit the most by this shortage, and that's the car industry. As people stayed home during the pandemic, demand for cars dropped, and so chip supplies went to more domestic devices, and now car manufacturers are dying to get their hands on those parts. So that seems like a really weird move for Huawei, and the rumor is that they're releasing a car this year. They're in talks with Chang'an Automobile and BAIC Group's Blue Park New Energy Technology. Both backed by the Chinese government, and have declined to comment, obviously. So this is getting interesting. What should we expect next? A Samsung car? Ford already makes a minivan called the Galaxy, so that could be an issue. I mean, good luck to Huawei. Right now doesn't seem to be the right time to do this, but I've seen how fast they can grow myself. I remember going to their campus in Shenzhen in like 2014 and one of their executives showing me their latest smartphone, and it was a real piece of shit. But then just 2 years later, they came out with a P9 with a Leica camera, and then they got exponentially better after this. Until now. So would you buy a Huawei car? You know what, actually, let me know in the comments below who you would like to make a car next. Could be anything, a Nike car, a Bose car. Anyway, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. It's free. See ya!